What is going on, guys? Candace B here. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Welcome back to my subscribers and welcome to my new ones. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well as always. I hope you're having a great weekend. I hope you're having a good Valentine's Day if you celebrate Valentine's Day. So as you can see today, I will be doing an analysis video. I feel like I haven't done these in a long time, so I was just like, okay, it's time to kind of get back into them slowly but surely. So let me know if you guys even like these videos. I don't mind doing them, to be honest with you, but I feel like they're kind of boring if you're just hearing me talk and stuff like that. So let me know, leave a comment down below. Please tell me if these are helpful to you in some way. I mean, it's just really me just showing my thought process, but if it helps you, then that's awesome. And also let me know how you feel about me not showing my face in these type of videos. I wanted to, but right now I'm looking crazy and it's like really late at night that I'm filming this, so I'm just like, you know what? I can't show my face to these people. I don't want them to be scared of me, scared of how I look. So I was just like, let me just record my screen as I usually do. But yeah, let me know if you guys actually want to see my face, or if you care to see my face while I'm doing these analysis videos. Let me know. If it's not a big deal, then it is what it is. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. So we are going to be looking at GBPJPY, of course, my favorite pair, the one pair that I really focus on. And as a disclaimer, of course, the way I analyze my charts, the fact that I only trade GJ, you know, my opinions, all that good stuff is just from my point of view. I'm not telling you guys to follow me and to, you know, go out there and trade GJ. I'm not a teacher, I'm not a mentor, etc. I'm literally just speaking out my thoughts, how I would if the camera were not on. So yeah, that being said, I'm gonna go over the trades I took this past week and then do a quick forecast for this week ahead, kind of prepare for the week and go from there. So that being said, let us get into this video. Okay, so let me just, actually I'm gonna stay on the 30-minute. I'm just gonna quickly go over my trades that I took this week. This week was a pretty good week, I would say, mainly because I really focused on trading during a certain time period. So I told myself that I was only going to take a trade between 12 a.m. and 3 a.m. in the morning. That's Eastern Standard Time. So that's like pre-London session going into the start of London session. And the reason why I wanted just to focus on that time slot was because analysis paralysis, you know, I'm sure you've heard that term. It is something that, you know, is very like detrimental. You know, you don't want to be on the charts every hour on the hour, every how many minutes. You know, you want to be able to live your life. And I just wanted to make sure that I was still getting a balance in my life, because I can look at charts for hours on end and shut myself out from the world, you know, turn off my phone. I can literally do that every single day. If it were up to me, I would. So I know it's not that healthy. So that's why I'm actively making, you know, it mandatory for me just to trade between certain time frames. So I took this first trade on Tuesday, just after 2 a.m. in the morning. And yeah, I didn't really see a setup on, you know, Monday. As you can see, price was just ranging all throughout Monday and, you know, Sunday night when market opened. So yeah, it really was not enticing at all for me to trade this at all. What I was waiting for was simply for price to either break to the upside, create some sort of support and go up, or break to the downside, create some sort of resistance and go down. And as you can see, price did the latter. It created it pushed down, it created a resistance, and then it kind of fell from there. So I had this zone mapped out from when I saw this kind of jump down. This was market open, price had gapped down, and then it shot right back up and filling that gap. So I use this as a zone, and it was a pretty decent zone, if I may say so myself, because even when I look, you know, to the right, it stayed pretty steady. I left it there. So yeah, that was the zone I used to kind of confirm that price was setting a resistance, was making a resistance, and then was able to kind of push off of that. So yeah, pretty simple trade. Once I saw the trade in motion, I set it up, I placed my stop loss, placed my take profit and just let the trade play out. I just fell asleep shortly after that, and I woke up to profits, and it was literally right before it reversed, which was honestly, I owe that to me looking left and being able to see that, you know what, this was a kind of a traffic area here. So I knew that I wanted to get out of the market before that, because had I set my stop loss lower than this, obviously, or sorry, not my stop loss, had I set my take profit lower than this, then as you can see, it would not have reached my take profit, and it would have hit my stop loss if I kind of let the trade keep running. So yeah, I'm very happy with how that trade played out. I got 37 standard pips, which is 370 micro pips. So, you know, for a Tuesday, quick couple hour trade, I think my take profit was hit at 5 a.m., 3-hour trade. That's pretty darn good, if I may say so myself. And just to put that into perspective, let's say you're using a dollar lot size, that's $370 in 3 hours. Anyways, moving on. I'm gonna try to not blabber and make this video so long, which I always kind of do. So the next trade I took was around 1 a.m. the next day, which was the Wednesday, and I did place a sell. My bias was still to place a sell. I did see this happen, once I started looking at the charts around midnight on Wednesday. I saw that price was kind of pulling back. It wasn't able to fully stay under this zone and kind of continue down. So I saw it hovering above this area, but for me, I still believed that looking to the left, this kind of range area was going to hold and price was not going to be able to break above it just yet. But unfortunately, that's exactly what it did. And this was probably a news event, some momentum, pretty nice momentum if I look at it. It's very beautiful. So as you can see, what I did was I had entered a sell, and based on just the consolidation area to the left and seeing that price was consolidating here, I took a sell on impulse. I did notice that price was not able to break below this area. So my stop loss was initially above the zone first before I exited manually. So my stop loss was around this area just above the consolidation zone. But once I saw that price was not able to break below this area, and I saw this huge candlestick, this huge bullish candlestick, I did exit, and then I took a buy just to follow the momentum. So yeah, I cut my loss short and I continued with the trend. I followed the market as it was going up, and as you can see, like I just said, very beautiful move to the upside, very straightforward and simple. And yeah, so that trade I took at 3 a.m. So yeah, pretty nice, if I may say so myself. Moving forward to February 11th, this was Thursday, I placed this trade here. So now that I saw that price was sustaining this area, price was also hovering above this zone. So basically my confluences were that, of course, we are in a complete uptrend. I'm on the 30-minute just because it shows more detail, but I was checking all time frames pretty much. So as you can see, we can see it's clear, anyone can see without any drawings or anything. Completely naked chart, you can see that price overall is moving up. It's hard to kind of negate that. So that was one confluence. And then the second confluence was the fact that, like I said before in my previous trade, price was not able to break below this zone and close below it and continue down like it had done before here. And so yeah, it rejected. So that was my second confluence. Third confluence was that it also was hovering above this consolidation area, and it had been for a while. It was able to come back and create a support in order to push up again. So price was really just bouncing off of this this range here, and so that was another confirmation for me. And then when I looked closer, I saw that there was this kind of double bottom, if you will, here. When I circle here, you can see price came down, bounced off, came down again, bounced off, making a double bottom. And that was a reason for me to enter a buy. Once I saw price pulling back, I wanted to wait for the pullback. I wanted to wait for that exhaustion to get in for that buy in hopes that it would do what it ended up doing on Friday here. But I guess I was a day early, and unfortunately my stop loss was hit. I did want to keep my stop loss very tight, and you know what? I was happy with my stop loss being hit. I was not mad. I wasn't upset about it. I was just happy that, you know what? I managed my risk. I managed it well, and that's really all I can do. At the end of the day, price is going to do what it wants to do. The market has a mind of its own. So yeah, took a little loss, 14 pips. It is what it is. I was essentially just risking profits that I had. So it wasn't like I was risking my actual capital. I was risking, profits, if that makes sense. That's kind of how I look at it. And once I saw this kind of area, this double bottom here, I did draw a zone. And as you can see, price did essentially sustain this area here. Last trade I took was on the 11th as well, but this was 11:30. So kind of a lapse in judgment, I'll admit, for myself. Again, I should have waited till, midnight. Like I had said, wanting to focus on trading only between midnight and 3 a.m. I took the trade 30 minutes before. So, that is something I had to reflect on and be like, okay, Candace, what made you kind of impatient? I know, you saw this kind of move. I probably just felt like I was going to miss the move. And, that's a normal emotion to feel. And so, it's, I guess, fear of missing out. So in this case, the reason why I took a sell was that I saw that price was consolidating here, like it kind of did previously here. And what it did was it broke to the downside. And let me see if I can actually draw out like kind of my thought process. So I kind of wanted the same thing to be done here, where it's like you see the consolidation and then price breaks below. So I was waiting for price to kind of repeat itself. But yeah, so I saw that downside movement. I saw, because I had this zone already drawn out from this trade here, and I used that as a way to kind of decipher where a resistance would be formed. So once I saw that resistance forming, I did place a sell. So personally for me, I felt like this was a good trade. Me personally, you may have a different opinion, to each their own. It is what it is. But I personally thought that this was a decent trade. Simple break and retest, waiting for a push to either the upside or the downside. Saw that downside push, waited for the pullback, entered after the price was rejecting that zone, and unfortunately price just pushed up. And the fact that my stop loss was so tight, I only lost 10 pips. I can't be mad at that. I really, really can't be mad at that. And to be honest with you guys, I'm very proud of myself for how disciplined I was this week. And yes, even though price did push up like crazy after this, I was totally fine with sitting out, because I had taken my one trade. That was technically my Friday trade because I took it at 11:30 Thursday night. So I considered it Friday. And yes, we had an 87 pip move for Friday, which is pretty interesting for GJ, but GJ's a wild one. GJ's a wild one. You can love it, you can hate it, but yeah, she's a wild one. So as you can see, price did push up, but like I was just saying, it is what it is. You never know when these type of moves are going to happen. So, I was glad with the fact that I caught as many pips as I did for the week, and that was just that. So that was my week in terms of trading. Pretty good, if I may say so myself. So I'm just going to clear everything here, and I'm just going to do an analysis really quick, kind of like a top-down analysis, and see what this week is bringing. Let me drink some water. All right, so let me go to the monthly. I want to see how February's candle is kind of forming right now. So super, super bullish. Price has just been very bullish. As you can see, since November, price has been just up. Like if you were to have taken a buy in November and you just held it for months and months, you would be in massive profits right now. For those swing traders, those long-term traders. Yeah, this is, very definitive. GJ knew what it was doing. The pound is very strong. It just wanted to simply push up. So that's interesting that, the February candle is so strong so far. We are pretty much halfway through the month already. And oh yeah, it's a shorter month, so we're definitely halfway through. So weekly time frame I'm on here. When I look left, I see that there was kind of this area here, but price was able to break above it now and close above it, actually. Yeah, because this is the weekly. So I wouldn't be surprised if I saw some sort of pullback, some exhaustion, just to kind of retest it as a support, and then a push up possibly. This is on the weekly though, so it could take a long time for that to happen, a couple days. But yeah, or it can just continue pushing up. To be honest, it can continue making these strong bullish candlesticks and reaching to this area. This is plausible. This would be a good area to kind of form a resistance if price really wanted to. So we'll see if that's the case. Let's go down to the daily. Just really beautiful structure, I would say, in my opinion. This is what I like to see, higher lows, higher highs. This is something I would prefer to trade just because you see the clear higher lows, higher highs being formed. And, you know, for me, I'm the type of person that would want to wait for, you know, the pullback to enter the trend, to follow the trend. So in this case, waiting for a pullback. There's so many ways you can enter. You know, you can enter here, then here, then here, then here. So many places where you can enter. So let's say you're someone looking for a buy and you had missed this entry. Well, all you had to do was just wait for that pullback again, enter again. So many opportunities to get into the market and get in on the right side of the market, essentially. Let's go to the 4 hour. Oh, totally forgot I had that. 4 hour, yep, just again, clear structure, very pretty. Let me erase this here. So it's safe to say that, you know, my bias would be bullish going into this new week. You know, to say my bias is bearish would be very odd, I feel like, just because, like I said, you know, we're going up. It's very clear that the pound is very strong right now. So here I just drew out this zone just because this is an area where price has been reacting to. So like I said, on the higher time frame, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw some sort of pullback. So for me personally, I would actually be waiting for that pullback. I wouldn't want to, you know, enter a sell to trade the pullback. I don't want to do that. I'd rather wait for price to do that first, because we don't know, you know, price might continue going up. So I would want to wait and see. If price does pull back, then I would wait for it to create a clear, you know, clear rejection of this area. And I'd be looking at, you know, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, just those kind of, those time frames that will show a more definitive, you know, definitive, what's the word? Definitive objective for price. For me, that's just what I like to use, these time frames, the H4 and H1 for that. Wait for that pullback. Once I see price kind of reacting well to this area and creating a support, then I would just enter a buy here and, you know, stop loss right underneath the zone. Pretty much take profit can be right at this area again, because who knows, maybe it can make a double top and push back down. We don't know. Just quickly going down to the 30 minute, I want to see, we can, you know, you can say that there is a zone here and that price can be rejecting here. If that's the case, and if I see some sort of confirmation candle, you know, a very bullish confirmation candle, then I may take the buy sooner than waiting for it to pull back to here, because this is, let me see how many pips. It's a 30 pip pullback. I don't know if price will do that. It's, you know, it's GJ, so it can do whatever. But if it's just continuing this really bullish momentum, maybe the support level will be formed here. So I'll be looking out for that, because then if that's the case, I can take a buy sooner and stop loss underneath here. And then I'd be looking left to see where I want my take profit. You know, it's kind of hard when there's so much blank area. You can't really see, because price has already kind of gone above all these areas that you were looking to, you know, see if it would reject from. Now price is kind of in this no man's land, and so it can just shoot up if it wants. Look at these drawings, guys. What am I doing? But yeah, this is how my mind works. This is how I talk to myself when I'm not on camera. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I guess in this case, if we're looking at the 30 minute, let me go back. I mean, there is a chance that, yeah, like now looking at the more detail, if there was a bearish candle that were to form here and maybe pull back to test this as a resistance, maybe selling down to here to this next zone, that would make sense. So, you know, I feel like I'm just going to keep my eye out this week. It is a holiday in the US on Monday, and Canada. We call it Family Day. I don't know what holiday it is considered in the US. Let me know in the comments below what the holiday is considered on Monday, February 15th. Is it February 15th? Yeah, so for Canadians, it's called Family Day. Well, at least in Ontario, the province I live in. So we will see what happens. But yeah, that's pretty much my analysis, guys. I don't want to make this too long. I feel like it already is too long because I talk too much. I'm sorry. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Hit that like button. I always appreciate it. And comment down below and let me know what pairs you're looking at this week and what your bias is. I would love to know your thought process. And last but not least, do not forget to subscribe so you know when I post another video. And in the meantime, feel free to check out any of my other videos on this channel and my other channel. But again, guys, let me know if you want me to do more of these analysis videos. Like if you want me to start doing it on a week-to-week basis again, because if people don't want me to do it, I won't do it. You know, it's not a big deal for me because, you know, this is what I do behind the scenes anyways. But right now I just turn on a camera and do it. So let me know, okay? Just let me know. But other than that, you guys, all the best to you in your trading week and in your life. You know, I wish you health, I wish you wealth, I wish you success every single day. And I hope you have a phenomenal day, week, and life. Bye.